Hello, my name is Luther Ragsdale, broker and CEO of Platinum Real Estate, and today we are going to have another video tutorial on how to use your Platinum Real Estate website. This is a very powerful website that will teach you how to blog. It will allow you to do blogs that's already written for you, unlimited email marketing, and much more. And we're going to dive right in here today and show you how you can use this wonderful website and to use this very powerful tool. So the first step that we want to do is we want to log in, and for this example I'm going to be Joe Sample. So this is my login, Sample J. That's my login there, and I have my passcode. I'm going to click login. So I'm logging in as Sample J because this is a sample website for the tutorial. Once I've logged in, the very first thing I'm going to see is the dashboard. And the dashboard gives me some great information, gives me some great stats, and I can actually take a look and say, okay, show me the stats for the last 90 days. And I can go in here and to see my bounce rate of my emails, how long I have been using it, etc., etc. One very important number is page views. How many people actually view my pages? Now, one of the strategies that I use when using this powerful tool is I will actually go out and I will send out email on a specific day with a specific subject. I can click here and I can say, hey, let me check and see how that email, how successful was that email. I can look at very specific information, which will allow me to know how well my marketing is doing on a specific day, specific week, a specific month, and it goes all the way back to 3 years, and I really love this information. So this is our basic dashboard. Next, we have video tutorials. In your website, you have a lot of great video tutorials. So as if you click here on the video tutorials, you will see great videos that will help explain the entire website. So my recommendation is to review the first 12 videos. So these 12 videos, please review them. Watch them more than once if you have to. And if there's a specific area that you want to learn about, please watch the video. So we are on the dashboard video now, which will explain the dashboard. We just come down here, click the play button.
Welcome to our WordPress tutorial series. In this that contains some links to help you get started, including shortcuts to customize your site's theme, begin creating content for your site, manage widgets or menus, enable comments,
and so this is just very powerful information, very powerful videos. The first 12 are great. Video 13, 14, and 15, these are more advanced videos. You really will not need to get into the information. If you want to do those type of things, contact the corporate office. We also have Yoast SEO and custom video tutorials as well. Once again, those are very advanced videos. You probably will not need to review the Yoast SEO tutorials or the custom video tutorials. Those are advanced. Most real estate agents, we will not need that. If you have an interest in that, contact the corporate office and we can assist you. Great tutorials. Once again, I would recommend watching these, watching 1 through 12, 2, maybe even 3 times to make sure that you get all of the information. Next, the actual blog. If we come down here to post, and this is how we actually write a blog. I said blogging is very important. Blogging is the backbone to your success. What I love about the blog post, you have a couple of different options. Number one, let's start at the bottom with categories. So these are the actual categories on your website. And you can have as many categories that you would like. Here we have buying a home, general topic, home inspection, home maintenance, lending trends, etc. These are actual topics that I'm going to be writing on. I can add to this list. Very simple, add a new category, and I can put here, and maybe one of the topics that I want to start talking about is going to be um, investor properties. Maybe I want to start talking about investment properties, or I want to talk about, first-time home buyers. I just put that right in there, and I push add new category, and it'll pop up in this area right here. And so when I actually add, when I actually write a new blog, first-time home buyers will be one of the areas that I can write about. So under post, I can add a new category, which I've just done. The next thing, I can add a new blog. So I can actually write a blog myself. Let's say I don't want to use a blog from the system. I can come right in here and I can put write new blog. I can write a new blog. I can add the content right through here. So here I can put add content, and I can take the content and I can bold it. I can make it italics. I can come here and I can put 1, 2, 3. I can highlight this area and I can make bullets. I can move it to the center. I can move it to the right. So basically, this is just some good information on how I can now write and edit my blog. Now, once I have written the blog and it's perfect exactly the way I want it, I can come over here to publish the blog. I can push publish immediately. And if I want it published right now, I just push publish. And this blog will go live on my website. But let's say that I want to write 3 different blogs. One for Monday, one for Wednesday, one for Friday. I can come here and I can change the date for Monday. I can publish one on Wednesday and I can publish one on Friday. So I just simply change the date here to when I want this particular blog to be published. I press OK and I push publish. Obviously, I'm not going to do it right now because I will actually publish a live blog on my website. But you understand. So this is how I can add a brand new blog. Let's say, like most of us, I don't have information, I don't have content where I want to go out and write a brand new blog every day, 3 times a week. That can be very demanding. So what can I do here? I can click yeah, we'll do that. I can go to my posts and I can go to all posts. Remember, post basically means blog. So this post basically means what do I want to post on my website? Well, here's a lot of different blogs that I can choose from. And if I go over here to this right-hand corner, you can see I can go and I can look at blog after blog after blog. There's a lot of blogs that I can choose from. I'm going to choose this one. What to know about getting or being a cosigner. So I can edit this particular blog. Click the edit button to edit it. And now I am looking at the exact blog. Now, very, very important information. Right here, it says written by Equifax reporter on June 26, 2018. I must keep this information. Again, I must keep this information. The next thing at the very bottom, it says source link. I must keep this source link. I can edit the blog, but I have to, one, keep the source link, and two, I have to keep written by Equifax reporter. As long as I keep that information, I can edit whatever else I would like. So I can come right in here and I can put my comments, I can change it, and then I can put, or I would always recommend always putting contact me at, and I put my phone number. I would put my phone number, my email address, company phone number with company extension. Again, your contact phone number, 404-559-0332, extension, whatever your extension is. I would put my company email address, first name dot last name at platinumrealestate.com. Remember, this is a blog that's going to be launched all over the World Wide Web. I want people to be able to contact me. So always, when you are editing the blog, when you are putting your spin on the blog, when you're adding your comments to the blog, always include your contact information, which I would say is the corporate phone number with the corporate extension, as well as your email address. Now, to launch this blog, I would come over here to publish. I would push edit to edit the blog. I would put in the date that I want this blog to go out on, and I would then push publish. So, strategy, how would I work this? You should come in here and edit a blog for Monday, edit a blog for Wednesday, and then also schedule one for Friday. There's so many blogs in the system, as you can see. You can literally put together your blogging for the entire month in one setting. All right? So here is our blog and our blogging. Next, pages, menu, media. I would not recommend you guys bother these three buttons. Pages, menu, and media. It's a little advanced. You really will not have to deal with these three buttons. If you choose to, you can, but I would not recommend it. Next, MailPoet. MailPoet. MailPoet is just a fancy word for mass email marketing. So MailPoet is a fancy name for mass email marketing. So when I go into MailPoet, the first thing I want to do is let's take a look at my subscribers. Let's take a look at who I'm going to be sending my emails to. Here you see some subscribers. I can delete the subscribers by simply checking on them as such. And I can then actually delete these subscribers. Or I can unsubscribe these subscribers as well. But this is the area where you can actually come in and control or monitor your actual email list. Okay? So subscribers is about your email list. Who will actually get the information? Who will actually get the information when I send it out? So right now we are actually in our subscriber list. And as you see, I just deleted some of the subscribers in my list in my database. Now, let's look at add list. First thing I want to do is I want to segment my list. So is if I have several areas. So let's say I have a list for first-time home buyers. I have a list for investors. Maybe I have a list for commercial investors or investors looking for commercial properties. I can segment this list and I can have a list just for commercial investors. I can push add to list and I can add this new list. So I have just added a new list of individuals looking for commercial investment, and there it is. So I have a list for Cobb County homebuyers. I have a list for commercial investors. I have a general list. Then I have a list for just investors. So the first thing I want to do under MailPoet, before I start sending out newsletters, I have to first have my subscribers correct. And here's my list of subscribers. Okay? Now, I can add a subscriber to any list. Just come here to add subscriber. And I can put in the email address. I can put in the person's name. And I can add them to whatever list I would like. I think I'm going to add them to my new list, my commercial investors list. And I have added this subscriber. So this is how I actually add a subscriber to one of my lists. So let's say that I get a business card and somebody says, hey, contact me. I can take that business card. I can come home and I can enter this information right into my system. Tommy John is now entered and he is under my commercial investor list. This is how I actually add a subscriber. Next, I can import a list of subscribers. Now, very important, to import a list, it have to be a CSV file. Again, to import a list must be a CSV file. So now I am adding the list. There's a couple of ways I can do it. One, I can copy and paste 5, 6, 10 different email addresses in here, or I can upload an actual CSV file. I am going to actually upload a file, so I can click here to upload a file. I can come here and I can choose a file. Once I choose the file, so this is my Joe Sample CSV file. I choose the file, I click next step. And here is actually the people that I'm going to import into what list. And right here, I think I'm going to import them to my new list, my commercial investors list, and I click import. And so now this CSV file is being imported into my new list. Let me be very, very clear. the file needs to be a CSV file. Again, the file needs to be a CSV file. If you do not know how to create a CSV file, you can go to YouTube. YouTube has some excellent tutorials on creating a CSV file. So now I have imported these contacts into my commercial list. So now we understand how to add a new subscriber. We can add a new list. We can edit the list, and we can import we can import a list of subscribers. Next, let's actually write our newsletter. I always teach that it is very important for you to actually publish a newsletter weekly. You want to stay in contact with your database. You want to stay in contact with your leads. So you want to publish a new newsletter every single week. How do I do that? Well, several ways. First of all, I come here under newsletter, and you can see here's some sample newsletters that I can come in, I can edit, and then I can post. I can duplicate the same newsletter if I would like, and I can delete it. So let's say I have a great template that I love to use for all of my newsletters. I can come here under duplicate. I can duplicate that entire newsletter, change the content, and then send it out. Very, very powerful tool. Now, how do I create that first newsletter? Right up here, create a new email. Click on that. This is how I create my first newsletter. And I'm just going to call this my weekly commercial newsletter. Okay? This is obviously going to go to my commercial investors because it's my weekly commercial newsletter. I then click next step to go to the next step. Now, this subject line is very, very important, you guys, because this subject line, weekly commercial newsletter, will make you or break you. This will help your open ratio. How many of your newsletters are actually open? I highly recommend you review my prospecting training series. That prospecting training series go into detail how to conduct a successful email marketing when prospecting. Now, next, let's actually create our newsletter. So we come in here and we just start typing, or we can copy and paste. We can take information from our blog and copy and paste it into our newsletter. Matter of fact, I would highly recommend you doing that. Some of the content you can use is you could use the content from your blog to actually launch your newsletter. So the content from your blog you can put into your newsletter. So you can actually copy the content from the blog and paste it right in here. So here I put the content. I love real estate. And I can actually come over here and I can make that bold. I can make it italics. And it's just like the other system. that we talked about earlier. Now, next, I want to, after putting in, putting together my content, let's add a picture. Well, the way we add an image is we come here to images, because at first, under this tab, I am strictly dealing with the content. When I click image, now I am dealing with the images. So let me go to my computer and find the image that I want to add to my newsletter. So I go to images, add images actually, because I'm going to add an image from my computer. And I want to upload the image. So I select the file. I come over here to pictures. And I choose a picture. That one looks good to me. Click choose. And the first thing I have to do is take an image from my computer and put it into my newsletter database. So it's uploading my image here. One file have been successfully uploaded. Great. Click out of here. There's my image right there. I take my image, I drag, and I drop it right there. And there's my image. So my content is up here. My image is here. I can make that image smaller. I can make that image larger. And I can even take,
It's 1 o'clock.
and I can even add content around the image. Okay? Now that I have actually created my email, I can now go to my, very important, I can send a preview. Once I have this entire email completed, I can send a preview to myself. Also, this information right here, unsubscribe or edit your subscription. Also, the address and the phone number. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to edit or bother this information. You want a person to be able to unsubscribe if they want to opt out of your email campaign. Okay? You can send yourself a preview of the entire email to see what it's going to look like before you actually send it out to your database. I would always save changes first. Then once you save the changes, next is to proceed to the next step. Then the next step basically says, hey, what do you want on your subject line? This is very, very powerful. Once again, I suggest you go into my prospecting material to get some great tips on email marketing. The next step says, what list do you want this to go to? It can go to one list or multiple lists. It's really up to you. Who is the sender? And then at the bottom, when you click that send button right there, it will then send out your mass email to your subscribers in the different lists. Okay? So what's our goal with the website? We have learned, number one, how when we log in, we will look at the dashboard. We want to watch the video tutorials. Post means blog. We have learned how to blog, how to edit blogs, how to publish blogs. We even learned how to create our own blog. We have also learned about the newsletter, how to send out mass email marketing via email. We should email at least on a weekly basis. This concludes the tutorial on the back end of the Platinum Real Estate website. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Luther at PlatinumRealEstate.com. Once again, if you have any questions on the Platinum Real Estate website, please feel free to contact me, Luther, Luther, at PlatinumRealEstate.com. Thank you for watching. I look forward to speaking to you soon.